Hi, what's up, people? It's like 7 something in the morning, but I was doing a TikTok and then I got to the point of having this question that was asked to me, like, I think yesterday. Um, where it got to the point I'm like, I get it what you're asking, but at the same time, it's like, there is a process. There is a way of saying it. There is a way of doing it. And the thing here is, if it's not like from the title that you could tell what I'm talking about, is the when do you tell somebody that you are trans? And that's like the good question. Like, when do you tell somebody that you're trans? To be honest, everybody's different. I am different myself. Also, I'm really feminine. I'm really I used to be an extrovert, if that's what it means, like being really open and explaining and just talking about your stuff in general. But because of life and like people backstabbing me and shit like that, people I used to give my whole loyalty to got to the point of playing with me. So it gets to the point that I don't know those people anymore. Just to make you understanding what type of mindset I am in. I don't know who they are. Never met them. I don't know who we're talking about. But anyways, going back to history. When do you tell somebody you're trans? Honestly, if it's a dating situation when I'm talking to a guy and stuff, like it could be a dating app and shit like that. In my profiles, I always put that I'm trans. And like, for example, POF, which is plenty of fish, got to the point of banning me because of putting that I'm trans on my bio. It gets to the point that things changed, and then they started making like new, better apps and dating apps for like trans people, like Tiami. Tinder I don't suggest it because it's like more straight people, but at the same time it's like trans use it anyways. I usually put it as my name if I can put it on my bio, like Josine trans, Miss J trans, you know what I mean? Like anything that represents trans world, like TS, you know what I mean? But even that goes over people's head. I then get to the point of talking on my bio if I am able to write a lot, which is like I'm 25 years old. I'm a Miss Do-It-All, talented human being, trans female, trans woman, da 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 da. Like I always do that. And it gets to the point that people text me or don't text me. I really don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I'm just being myself and real. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not hiding anything or feel uncomfortable when I get to the point of meeting the person. When people approach me after I put everything on the bio and stuff, everything is so obvious. Like people could read my shit. At the end of the day, you need to assume that they're not reading that or that they don't get it. So at the end of the day, like I do have my conversations with people, but it's like, hey, how are you? This and that. I try to have a friendly conversation with everybody I meet. When the friendly conversation gets to the point of going down and, well, it turns out that the guy is really interested in me and stuff like that, that's when I let them know. I don't care if the guy is hot. I don't care if the guy is fucking drooling sexy. I don't give a fuck if he has a big ass fucking dick. I don't care if he is the most motherfucking famous ass person. I tell them. Because it's like, there's a thing that could happen once you tell them you're trans. It's either it skips from, hey, I wanted to have a life with you, to, I just want to fuck. Or I'm curious about this world. That's what I dealt with before. Right now, people are becoming more like open-minded and stuff like that. This is supposed to be like this, but yeah, I must just leave it like this. But anyways, it gets to the point that at the end of the day, over time, and I'm actually in the South at the moment. I'm in Florida. I'm basically visiting family. But I'm going back to Atlanta on the 15th. And I don't know, I was just going to the club and stuff like that, and people were just telling me, like, I was just dancing with somebody, and one of my friends just asked me, and it was like, hey, when is the right time to basically, like, let somebody know that you're trans, or when do you really do it? And personally, I do it when I know somebody really actually has intentions for me. I don't give a fuck if it's a turn off to the motherfucker. At the end of the day, I'd be honest, because I have to be real with myself to then actually, you know what I'm coming from. I'm not gonna be faking somebody I am not just to give you a good or like a awesome ass time. Like, I know what I bring to the table. Like, I already fucking like annoyed and used to annoy the fuck out of myself for feeling wrong and feeling like a sin type shit. You know what I'm coming from? Like, I dealt with so many motherfucking things that at the end of the day, as a trans woman, I guess I could choose to tell you, like, who I am, but at the same time, it's not something about, like, oh, being honest with somebody. It's mainly more that that's your business and you don't need to tell a motherfucker you shit. You know what I'm coming from? And I'm sorry for being rude or anything like that, but at the end of the day, it gets to the point, like, there's a world, like, what the fuck? Fall in love with who I am and get to the point of then, but then it gets to the point that, unfortunately, me as a trans woman, every time I got to the point of explaining, hey, I'm trans, by the way, this and that, it would be like, oh, but you're pretty. Okay, thank you, but you're not understanding what I'm coming with this. I'm trans. Not everybody understands that. So do you? And this is one of the things I actually learned the hard way, was that as of last year, I went to a date where I got fucked up. And well, it got to the point that I honestly ended up in the hospital. But then I'm just saying, like I still did my job as, like, explaining that I'm trans. I still did my things, but it was just like, this man, even though he told me, like, he used to be with trans and stuff like that, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it was like, I wasn't aware. I was not, like, awake, I guess. Like, I guess I didn't see the red flags, and I should stay there. I'm not gonna say my reasons and stuff, also, because of the situation that happened. Because it's my business, you know where I'm coming from. But at the end of the day, it was an experience that after I ended up in the hospital and having my PTSD triggered and my manic depression just out of nowhere, without having like, anything, you know what I mean, past happening, just because of what happened that day on a date. It gets to the point, like, I started having all of this shit. But I'm healing. I'm doing better. I'm doing good. At the end of the day, it gets to the point that, like I'm trying to say, friendship wise, there you choose if you want to say who you are or not. You know where I'm coming from? It's friends. You're not gonna be living with them. And if you are, like, if you feel comfortable saying it, then say it. If you don't feel fucking comfortable to say it, then don't fucking say it. But at the end of the day, all I'm just saying is, like, I'm trying to, like, educate some trans women. And it's like, be comfortable enough to explain that you're trans before doing anything with any man. Because from my experiences, I honestly gotten to the point where I'm just glad I'm alive, because I could have been dead. You know what I mean? And to be honest, the only thing that I have done lately that I have feel like people don't fucking do it for some reason, is like they don't admit who they are. And they should just get to the point of, like, in the back of the head saying, oh yeah, I'm trans, but because this guy's cute, I'm not gonna tell him. Shit, that happened to me before. Like, I understand what you're coming from, honey. But at the end of the day, I'm just, I don't like this. This looks like I'm fucking... Anyways, I was there. You need to find somebody that loves you for you. Not for what you look like. Not for how you feel you look like. Not for nothing. Find that man that honestly, like, let love find you, to be honest with you. Go ahead, have fun, try to, like, enjoy your life and all this shit and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, I just want you to understand that the right person is not gonna come when you're planning it. It's mainly gonna come when at the end of the day it's the right time and stuff like that. You're gonna go through a lot of heartbreaks. You're gonna break somebody's heart until you get to the point of probably finding the love of your life. And who knows if you're still clinging to your ex. You know what I mean? Like, it's so many fucking things that at the end of the day, like, we have to get to the point of kind of, like, waking up. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, because things just be flowing how they be flowing for years. But, like, how the world is changing, we also, as trans women, should be changing. And to be honest, one of the things for me is, if a guy is expressing that he likes you, that he wants to go to another fucking, better situation and whatever, or do you guys want to meet and shit, tell him. If it's meant for you, he's gonna accept you regardless. If it's not meant for you, no matter how hot he is or how bad of a bummer of the situation it is, be proud that at the end of the day, you're safe. Because you don't know people's intentions nowadays. And that's all I'm saying, honestly. Now I'm gonna go back to doing my TikTok. I just feel like I needed to express that. I went through a lot of shit, and to me, it took me to be raped and ended up in the hospital to understand a lot of things. I just, with this video, wanna kind of help my people somehow, so that things could be avoided. Because I could have died that day, but I didn't. But it did change my mind on how I think of things, how I think of men, and how I think of people. Bad things happen for a reason, but if you could avoid it, avoid it. And if you can't, it's not under your control, let go. Your chance will come. I've always been saying this from videos to videos. Anyways, I haven't slept since yesterday. I went to a club. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I need to smoke or something. Sorry if I'm scratching my eye in the fucking middle of the YouTube thing, but I still have makeup on my motherfucking eyes. Anyways, yeah. God bless you. I hope you're doing amazing. When do you tell a guy that you're trans? If they're showing that they want you more than what you guys are talking. If he doesn't know that you're already trans, at the end of the day, like, you guys are gonna go to the next step, basically. That's when you tell them that you're trans. You don't want to be uncomfortable, that's what I'm saying. Trust me, I've been there. Even during just texting wise, I'm just saying, like, I feel uncomfortable lying. Not lying, because I wasn't lying. I feel uncomfortable not saying it right away, if you know what I mean. I feel guilty. So from now on, I just basically like one sentence in, if you know what I mean, I'd be like, have you read my profile? They'd be like, what's in it? Sometimes they'd be lazy motherfuckers. They'd be like, what's on your profile? And I was like, you could tell me right here. I'm like, those are the ones to block right away or dismiss because they're not trying. So fuck them. They're gonna be the ones that are gonna complicate your motherfucking life, trust me. Always tell them before anything. Even if you could tell them before, I do it before meeting a person. I'm not saying like tomorrow I meet the person and then tomorrow I tell them. No, like I tell them over time. You know what I mean? Before you want to meet tomorrow, I want to tell you something, or like before you want to meet tomorrow, I gotta tell you that I'm trans. Like that's how it is. Depends on how the conversation is approached. But at the end of the day, I am never gonna be fucking feeling ashamed that I'm fucking trans because this is how I was born. I couldn't control this shit, just like I couldn't control the other things. You know what I'm coming from? Anyways, going back to the story, I'm just gonna go because I got pissed just thinking about shit. But yeah, that's just how it is. Be truth to yourself. Like, no hiding. Like, you need to know your worth. Cause if not, people are gonna be playing with you. I'm just letting you know this. You need to know what you deserve. And if not, you'll find out. Just keep going. It's hard. I've been through a lot of shit, trust me and believe. But anyways, God bless you all. For real, from the bottom of my heart. Like, be careful out there. Ain't that fucking cute. Like, that shit crazy.